Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim drops bombshell revelation after West Ham defeat, he warned me. In the aftermath of Manchester United's dispiriting 2-0 defeat to West Ham United, manager Ruben Amarim stunned the footballing world with a brutally honest post-match interview. Amidst mounting pressure and speculation about internal unrest at Old Trafford, Amarim revealed that his predecessor, Erik Ten Hag, had privately warned him about the chaotic environment behind the scenes at the club. Speaking to reporters in the London Stadium's press room, the Portuguese tactician offered a candid glimpse into the turmoil that has plagued one of the world's most storied football institutions. He warned me, Amarim admitted. Erik told me before I signed. He said the pressure was relentless, but it wasn't just about results on the pitch. He talked about a club divided, too many voices, too many agendas, and not enough clarity from the top. This admission is the first time Amarim has publicly acknowledged the internal challenges he has faced since taking the reins from Ten Hag, who was dismissed earlier this season following a series of inconsistent performances and rumored fallouts with both players and management. Amarim's appointment had been seen as a bold new direction for United. The former Sporting CP manager came in with a glowing reputation for tactical innovation, player development, and calm authority. But less than 6 months into the job, cracks have begun to show not just in results, but in the environment around the team. One of the more startling claims from Amarim's post-match reflections was his subtle but telling critique of the squad's mentality. "I came in thinking I could build something new, something modern. But sometimes, it feels like the players are still living in the shadow of past eras: Ferguson, Mourinho, even Solskjaer. There's no unity, no shared vision. And that's not always the players' fault." Insiders have long whispered about cliques within the dressing room, with senior players reportedly resistant to new tactical systems and younger players struggling with the weight of expectation. Amarim's preferred 3-4-3 setup has failed to gain traction, and questions have emerged over the fitness and form of key players like Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Casemiro. Erik Ten Hag, who took over United in 2022 after an impressive tenure at Ajax, had once been hailed as the man to finally steer United into a new era of dominance. But despite flashes of brilliance, including a League Cup win and a top-4 finish, his tenure was marred by behind-the-scenes conflicts, an unstable squad, and constant media speculation. Amarim's claim that Ten Hag personally warned him is a stark reminder of the recurring instability at Old Trafford. "He told me, you will love the fans, you will love the stadium. But you will hate the politics," Amarim recounted. "I thought he was exaggerating. Now, I understand." This revelation throws into sharp relief the challenges any manager faces at United. From executive decision-making at the boardroom level to footballing operations and player management, the structure of the club has long been criticized as outdated and inefficient. Following the defeat at West Ham, social media was awash with anger from Manchester United supporters. While some sympathized with Amarim's honesty, others questioned whether he had the temperament for the job. "Fair play to Amarim for telling the truth," one fan tweeted. "But we don't need therapy sessions, we need results." Another added, "If he knew it was chaos, why take the job? We need a fighter, not someone already making excuses." The club's ownership, particularly the Glazer family, continues to be a lightning rod for criticism. Despite minority investment from Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe's growing influence in footballing matters, fans remain skeptical that deep structural reform is truly on the agenda. For Amarim, this moment represents a pivotal juncture. His remarks may resonate with supporters who have grown weary of broken promises and false dawns, but they also risk alienating those within the club hierarchy who expect discretion and diplomacy. his next moves will be scrutinized not only by fans but by players and executives alike. Will he double down and demand sweeping internal reform, or will he focus on silencing critics through results on the pitch? What's clear is that the honesty displayed by Amarim marks a rare moment of transparency in a club often shrouded in silence and spin. Whether it proves to be a turning point or the beginning of the end remains to be seen. But as the dust settles on yet another disappointing night for Manchester United, one thing is certain: Amorim's revelation has pulled back the curtain on the deep-rooted issues still haunting the red half of Manchester. And for United fans still longing for a return to glory, it's yet another painful reminder that rebuilding a dynasty requires far more than a change in manager. It demands a change in culture, structure, and vision. As Amarim put it with a weary glance toward the future, winning games is hard enough. But at United, you have to fight battles off the pitch before you can win them on it.